In a quiet village tucked between golden fields and sleepy hills, lived a 30-year-old man named Arjun. He was a thin, weather-worn soul who owned nothing but a cracked mud house, an old bicycle, and a stubborn hope that refused to die. Arjun's parents had passed away when he was a teenager, leaving him to raise his younger sister, Mira. He dropped out of school to work in the fields, doing odd jobs, sometimes for just a meal. People in the village pitied him, but no one expected much. In their eyes, he was destined for a life of scraping by. But Arjun had something different inside him, vision. Every night, after working in the fields, he would sit under the neem tree outside his house, scribbling in a worn-out notebook. He had a dream, to start a small business that could lift his life, and the village, out of poverty. He didn't know how, or when, but he believed in the why. One day, he heard about a government scheme offering low-interest loans to start agricultural ventures. Everyone laughed when he applied. "He doesn't even own a proper shirt," they scoffed. But Arjun persisted. He read every form, traveled 40 kilometers to the city office, twice on foot when his bicycle chain broke, and finally, after 3 months, his loan was approved. With 50,000 Indian rupees in hand, Arjun didn't buy new clothes or a fancy phone. Instead, he bought a second-hand milk chiller and started a small dairy cooperative. He convinced local farmers to sell their milk to him. "I'll pay you fairly," he promised, "and will sell directly to the city." At first, only 2 families trusted him. But when he made the first payment on time, others joined. In 6 months, the number grew to 20. Then 40. He didn't stop there. He used part of the profit to set up a cold storage unit, then built an app with the help of a student from the nearby town. The app let city buyers place bulk orders for fresh milk, paneer, and ghee. Within 2 years, Amrit Village Dairy became a trusted name in the district. By 35, Arjun wasn't just a businessman, he was a change-maker. He built a school in the village with proper toilets and free uniforms. He installed solar panels on the community center. He hired local youth, trained them, and made sure no one in the village had to leave for city jobs unless they wanted to. When a reporter asked him during an interview, "How did you go from nothing to everything?" Arjun smiled and said, "I didn't have money, but I had ideas. I didn't have support, but I had belief. And sometimes, that's enough to start something big." Years later, when Mira opened the first women's vocational center in the village, she stood on stage and said, "My brother built more than a business. He built a future." And in that village, where people once counted coins to buy sugar, they now counted dreams.